Hello everyone, my name is Taria Pritchett and I am a proud English teacher at Mount Pleasant High School in Wilmington, Delaware, where I also serve as the advisor for both Girls Empowered as well as Black Student Union. So if you're interested in starting a BSU, then you're in the right place. I've been advising BSU for the last 3 years, and I've been able to get a lot of students as well as staff members on board. And today I'm going to share with you 6 different ways that you can simply start your Black Student Union at your school or on your campus. So I'm going to utilize the acronym, which is S.T.A.R.T. So if you would like to take notes, now will be the time to grab pen and paper so that you can follow along. So in order to start your BSU, we're going to start with the S, and the S is for you to seek interest as well as to secure the leaders in your building who are going to support this new initiative. Everyone is not going to be excited about you starting a BSU, even though it is an exciting venture. However, you do need to ensure that there are students in your building who are interested and ready to go. I would say you should have at least about 10 students at minimum who you think would regularly be able to show up and be a part of your Black Student Union. And then the second thing you want to do is ensure that you're able to get students in your building who you can cultivate as leaders to be a part of your Black Student Union. As you are looking towards the leaders for your group, you want to make sure that they're available. So you want to make sure that they're not like the basketball star or they have some other job that may take them away from all of the responsibilities that it really takes to run a significant and large-scale Black Student Union at your school. So for me, when I pick my leaders, I make them go through an application process. The first Black Student Union president I had was actually instrumental in creating that process, just so that we were able to ensure that we had strong leaders who were able to articulate verbally as well as in written form. Also, those who are not afraid to go up and mix and mingle with different members. That's also a very important part of being the Black Student Union president, because you have to be approachable in order to have other students to generate that interest and have them be a part of your group. So again, the first part of this is the S, which is to seek interest and to secure leaders for your organization. The second letter in START is T, and the T stands for test it out with an interest meeting. So once you have generated interest, once you already have your leaders as well as having your administrators in your building on board, obviously this should be an approved club for your particular school, and I do highly recommend that you create a formal written proposal and or have a meeting in which you can sit down with the administrative staff and get them on board, because that will make it a whole lot easier for you to be able to have your Black Student Union. So again, back to the T and STAR. So again, test it out with an interest meeting. So at the beginning of the school year is an excellent time for you to generate interest, especially when you have new students in the building, depending on whether you're in a high school or even if you're in a middle school. I'm in a high school, so I try to maximize when freshmen are new to the building. We do an interest meeting, but I also set up a table in our student center as well to generate interest. And typically I have anywhere from 60 to 70. Sometimes I've had up to 100 different students sign up just from that time period. So again, you want to test it out. You want to make sure that you are making it known that the Black Student Union is very alive and very present in your building. During the interest meeting, you really need to hook in the members. So food is always a great idea. That's something you can get inexpensive, so make sure you have snacks. Take it to the next level if you want and get some pizza or something else. Kids are always going to be drawn to that. Once you get in, it will be obviously a good idea. It's for the advisor to introduce themselves, has the leader to introduce themselves. And then you do want to do some type of fun and engaging games or activities to really get the students involved. Think about how you can connect things back to Black history or Black culture or even pop culture in the media in order to hook kids in so that they're able to get something they don't get during the regular school day. You're going to find that the majority of the students that join are looking to learn little known Black history facts. That's something that comes up over and over again when I survey the students, which we'll get into in our next step, so that you're able to generate what interest they have. And once they feel like you see them and you hear them, they're going to automatically want to come back to your meetings all the time. So again, we have our S, we have our T for starting your BSU. The next one is our A, and the A is to ask students what they want and what they need, which goes back to what I was saying earlier. Make sure you're actually surveying the students that show up. If you really want to form a strong BSU, consider making it a membership so that they have an opportunity to feel like they're a part of something that's larger than themselves. So when you get to a place where you may want to do some type of community organizing, or you may want to do a large scale event at your school or on your campus, then they're going to feel like, oh, I'm a BSU member. I'm a part of something. So I want to volunteer. I want to show up. I want to come to these meetings. So as you're asking students what they want and need, make sure you're generating a list of ideas so you know how to get students involved, whether that means you're bringing in guest speakers to talk to students, whether you're doing an event, whether you're collaborating with other groups or organizations to kind of bring forth the mission for your BSU. You really need to involve student voice in order for it to be a huge success. So the R in START is to regularly make sure you are having meetings, whether that's once a month or twice a month or even every single month. But you just want to make sure that that is clear to students. They really do look forward to meeting and interacting, so you want to make sure that you are clearly letting them know how they can get involved and when they can show up with the right date and the right time. Last but not least is the T in START, and that is take your BSU to the next level. So that may mean that you need to make some additional funds or have some additional money, because if you want to take a field trip, you want to get t-shirts, you want to have snacks, these things start to add up. So you do want to take it to the next level by considering ways that you can fundraise. Look into what other groups and organizations already are doing within your actual school building. Look to your community. Is there an ice cream shop close by that you can do a fundraiser? Is there a car wash that you can do that's close by to generate money? Again, get students involved, ask them for their opinions, but also consider going to your administration as well as your district office. Normally when I do this, I formally write out some type of proposal, and I formally sit down with my officers as well. And we have a meeting face to face, and we tell them what our mission is, what our vision is, and then we ask for our funding. 9 times out of 10, we are able to get the support that we need in order for us to buy t-shirts, or we had an event where we wanted a DJ and we were able to get that paid for. Once we shared our vision, how this brings our students together, and we oftentimes take it to the next level by inviting all members of the school community, right? Black student unions aren't only for African American students. You can generate interest from all different types of people who even want to be allies, who just want to come and hear, and that includes staff members as well. Allow staff members to come in, hear what students have to say. Say you do a discussion on police brutality, have staff members come in. They don't necessarily have to talk, but they can sit back and they can listen so that they can hear things that they wouldn't typically hear in a traditional classroom, right? Black Student Union is supposed to be a safe space for students to be able to sit and talk and mingle and learn. So you also want to make sure you're educating and empowering them all in the same way. So again, just a quick recap of how to start your BSU. So again, the S is to seek interest and to secure leaders, student leaders, to be a part of your organization. The T is to test it out with an interest meeting. The A is to ask students what they want and what they need. The R is to make sure you're regularly hosting meetings so that you have a level of consistency and a level of presence in your building. And the T is to take it to the next level by making connections, making money through fundraising, and collaborating with other organizations within your school building.